Hello, everyone, and welcome to the newest episode of MEERAcast, Wild Dreamer Productions' very own podcast. And we're here to tell you everything that you need to hear about theatre, about dance, about drama in Australia, in New Zealand, and all around the world. Now, today I'm George Carey, and I am joined by Harsha. Harsha, hello.
Hello, George. How are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you so much. How are you going today?
I'm doing great too. It's
That's
wonderful
awesome.
weather here in Auckland. Yeah, so
Oh,
we're
that's
having
great
a
to
good time.
hear.
Yeah.
That's great to hear. I know I'm here in Australia and the weather has brightened up a bit, so must be looking good on this side of the planet. But Harsha, for everyone who might not know who you are, who hasn't heard of you before, who doesn't know what you do for MEERA, introduce yourself for us.
Sure. So hi everyone, I'm Harsha. So I'm a trained Bharatanatyam dancer and a choreographer. So I have been working in dance and production industry for really long time. I started dancing when I was 3 years old, and as a profession, I'm an event service person. So I work for Auckland Live as an event services assistant. So that's my job.
Oh, that's cool. And you live in Auckland, right?
Yes.
Obviously, working for Auckland Live, I bet it just seems that we can't get you out of that live event space and then creative theatre. But what does Auckland Live do? What is your role there?
So my role is exactly event services assistant. So it's not a typical everyday job. So today I'm doing something, tomorrow I'm doing something else. So it like keeps on changing. So it's very interesting. I do work with big shows and theater and musicals, boring business, corporate events as well. So it keeps on changing.
I bet that must just make your job for Mira so much easier. This is what you do for your day job, and now you get to work with such an exciting and passionate group of people to bring to life Mira.
Yes, exactly. I'm so happy to be part of Team MEERA, and I can't explain how happy I am because this is my first big project in New Zealand after moving to New Zealand. So yes, I'm really looking forward for it.
That's really cool. How long have you lived in New Zealand now, totally then?
Um, 3.5 years. So I used to live in Dubai before moving to New Zealand. So and for 4 years I used to live in Dubai, and before that I was in India, obviously born and brought up in India. And in whole through my life, so I was busy with so many other productions as a performer and choreographer, same in Dubai as well. But when I moved to New Zealand, obviously the industry is different and everywhere you have to start from scratches. So yeah, so I slowly started picking up and understanding the market and getting into it. And Mirai is definitely a huge project, which I'm so happy to be with. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, honestly, me too. And that's so cool that you actually have had not only an experience in India and New Zealand, but then also bringing experiences from Dubai as well. I know I actually recently just visited Dubai, and it is such a cultural hub of the world. There's just so much going on, so much different types of life. I know that one of the things I felt when I was there is that there was just so many different types of people from so many different places. It felt like Dubai was like a cultural hub, and that
Yes,
again
it
almost
is.
seems like what Mira is. You look around at rehearsals or on stage, and there is people just from every walk of life. So I couldn't imagine how bringing your Dubai experience along with this as well will just almost seem like it's a normal day in the life of Harsha. But
Yeah.
how would you how would you say that theatre in Dubai or that kind of experience there is different to New Zealand? What would you say is kind of like unique about New Zealand in that right?
So even Auckland, I find it is very culturally diverse. But when I was talking about Dubai, I was a bit more artistically involved in different styles of dance forms. Like I was doing contemporary with a team from Malta, a
Oh,
very
cool.
tiny island. So I was doing that for this week. And the next week, I'm performing with very traditional orthodox team of people from southern tip of India, Kerala, which is I'm from, and doing a very traditional. typical dance form which has been, taught for centuries. So see the
Wow.
difference. Like yesterday I was doing contemporary and today I'm doing something else. So the cultural pool, as you said, is very intense in Dubai. But when I came to New Zealand, it's slightly different because of maybe it's a small island country and it's not a very centrally located, geographically.
Yeah.
So yeah, that could be another reason. It's slightly different here, but as you said, I can look around in Mira and I can see that, oh my God, everyone is from every different place and different, you know. um,
Absolutely. And not only
yes,
having our team in New Zealand and Australia, but then also
Australia,
that
yes.
team itself is I'm personally from England, so you're absolutely right. We're all from so many different walks of life. But it definitely sounds like, whether you're in Dubai, whether you're in New Zealand, whether it's India, dance just seems so central to you and almost keeps you kind of almost as grounded, it sounds like. But how did you fall in love with dance? What is it about dance that just gets you going inside?
So my dad used to say, like, when I started walking, just literally started walking when you are like really like you 2 years old or something. So when I started walking, my dad realized or maybe identified that inborn talent in me or inborn thing in me that he started sending me to dance school. So I don't even remember when did I start actually technically started the training for Bharatanatyam. So once I started learning Bharatanatyam, I really started understanding the depth and how intense it can be. And then I started learning different other styles like Kuchipudi, Kathakali, Ottanthullal, and all mostly like Indian traditional dance forms. But once I got a bit more exposed, like when I was growing up, like uni, that age, I understood that there are a lot more styles which I can explore and understand. So I started learning Western styles, a bit of salsa, a bit of um, contemporary. I couldn't go deep into ballet, but still, I learned here and there of ballet. So, yes, as you said, dance is everything to me. And I'm really focused on understanding and learning more and more every day.
Yeah, it absolutely sounds like it. And correct me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but Bharatanatyam, is that the dance form you learned?
Bharatanatyam.
That's the one. Obviously you mentioned that and a couple of those other Indian dance forms as well. But what is it
Yes.
that, for someone who doesn't know, like I personally don't know, what is it that would differentiate these different dance styles from one another? What is it that makes them all individually kind of unique?
Um, they all have different structures and different type of steps and movements make it differentiate between each other. And as a third person, like a person those who don't have any idea about it can understand obviously from its costume, appearance,
Oh.
how it
Are
looks
they,
on
do
the
they all
stage.
have different dress?
Different dress, different style of makeup. Like Kathakali, it will take at least 3 to 4 hours to do the makeup because of the facial mask, the facial paint they use, and the costume itself is very heavy and huge. So it definitely for an outsider, those who have no much idea about any dance forms, I think easiest way to understand is by the costume, just by the looks of it.
Well, I know something from Mira for sure, definitely with all our different dance styles. There is just so many amazing costumes on that stage. So I know I won't know where to look, whether it's at the dance styles, at the makeup, at the costume. It's just completely overflowing with pure, beautiful, amazing performances and amazing styles as well. So I'm so excited to see what is in store for this year, because especially when we have amazing dancers like yourself and so many others of the Wild Dreamer team, this 2019 Mirror show is going to be even better than what it has been in the past. So I'm
Yes,
so excited.
yes,
Um, but
exactly.
speak but speaking of Mira. I know that you personally are wearing a couple of hats this year. So you're not only a dancer, but let's obviously start with that most obvious one. You're doing dancing in the show. So is there a character that you're playing or performing as you dance?
I am actually, as you said, let's start with the performance part. Yes, actually, I'm part of the performance team.
Mhm.
I'm part of Music 7 and Music 1. And I'm also one of the choreographers. So, who has helped in preparing these steps in Music 1 and 7. Um, I'm also an understudy for Udabai.
Ah, cool. Mutabai is one of the evil characters. Hey.
Evil characters. So that's an extra hat which I am
Yeah.
having.
Just have hats reaching up to going up to space. You'll have that many hats on soon.
And also, I'm part of the admin team. So I am helping in different levels, organizing different things, and different suggestions, opinions. We just talk. So yeah, obviously different type of duties and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously you mentioned you're performing a part of that choreography team. So have you helped actually put together those different dances for the dance one and dance seven? You helped put together those
Yes.
different almost moves.
Yes. So yeah, me and Charu. So we both are doing it together, Music 1 and 7 choreographies, um, because we have tried to incorporate two different styles of dance forms. So it's a surprise. I don't want to give it out completely, but yeah. So because myself and Charu, we both are different. We are trained in different styles of dance forms. As I said, like I'm a Bharatanatyam dancer and Charu is a Kathak dancer. So we have incorporated those two different styles and we are giving something new, something different. So yeah.
Into one new cohesive style from almost pushed by both your guys' passions and where that really sits with you. That's awesome. But what is it like working alongside Artie and alongside Shagun? Obviously part of the admin team. I know that there'll be a few other people involved in that team too. But we've seen some awesome events lately. We've seen obviously the storytelling event, we've seen the Eat My Lunch event, and more recently the launch event as well. Is it stressful being part of the admin team? It seems like there's things happening all the time that you guys are putting together. What is that like?
Oh my God, who says it's stressful?
Well, it's just from what I'm looking, because you guys are doing things all the time, and I could barely keep up myself.
But that's what we are. Like, that's how we enjoy our life. Like Aarti, I can't explain how much she inspires me and how much energy she spreads around and gives everyone else to just keep going. So I just feel like, oh, it's not stressful at all. But we all are enjoying what we're doing, and each and every event or each and every project comes through the way, like Eat My Lunch or the launch or storytelling events. Next, we are planning a lot more. So it's just that's how it is, and I enjoy every bit of it. So yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That is so, and honestly, the best way to be is to just be loving what you're doing and having the best time doing it. That's how you know that you are really doing something that is really worth caring about and following through. But you briefly mentioned there that you are planning a couple more events too. Is there anything that you can give us a little spoiler, a little hint towards?
A small hint I could give about flash mob.
Oh,
So yes, we are trying to put together a flash mob, or so that will be our next big event which we are trying to plan around. So it's still under very scratch process, so we are getting there slowly.
I bet, I bet. Now, one of the other recent events that we have had on in Auckland has been the MEERA launch event at Auckland University of Technology. And were you there for that day?
Unfortunately, I was not there.
Ah, so you missed it.
Yes, it was such a big I can't explain because I had pre-booked a trip. That's what my other passion is, traveling. I travel a lot.
Oh, cool.
I travel like a nomad, so I travel a lot as well. So I did travel around few Pacific countries, um, like Marshall Islands, Guam, Palau, Saipan, so Hawaii, and I did also climb the tallest mountain in the world from the base.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. You climbed
yeah,
Mount
so
Everest to base camp.
no, not the tallest mountain from the base. That is Mauna Kea.
Ah, got you.
Yeah,
That's
not the
amazing.
sea level. Yeah,
Well, that's still apparently then more impressive than Everest, would it not be, if it's from the base?
yes. So yeah, these are the kind of things I do.
That's really cool. But
Yeah.
now I must have a question because obviously Mira has performed in Australia. We're about to perform in New Zealand, and who knows what's in store for the future to come. But with your
Yes.
passion of dancing and your passion of travel, if you could travel anywhere with Mira or perform on any stage in the world, where would you love most to perform?
Um, few stages which I really want to perform. One is Opera House, Sydney.
Yeah, wow.
I would love to perform there. Then Broadway.
Oh,
I
yes, of
really,
course, classic.
yeah, I really want to take Mira there. I believe, I truly believe that we are going to get there
I believe we're
eventually.
going to. I agree. I believe we're going to go everywhere, and I'm obviously British. I have a strong connotation to the West End in London, and I know that
West
my
End. Yeah, I was
my
about to say West End, London. Yeah.
no, absolutely. My uncle actually produces some shows in the West End, so it would be even cooler
Oh,
to see Mira perform there alongside some of the those really top names on West End. It would be amazing. But now, with shows happening, Mirror is obviously descending onto Auckland this May. And it's not just one show, hey, because in Gold Coast there was one show, but this year it's a little bit different, right?
yes, 6 shows. We are doing 6 shows in 3 days.
Oh my gosh. That's lined up with a holiday weekend, is it not?
Yes, it is. Which is actually, I think, families and everyone, those who want to, there's no excuse. Like, they can because it's holidays, everyone is relaxed. So I believe Mira will be the best choice to entertain yourself for the holidays and have a wonderful weekend, long weekend.
Yeah, you're totally right because there's 6 shows. There's a daytime show and an evening show. So if there is any families that are looking for anything to do over that long weekend, no matter what time, we're going to have something that works and a showing that is going to be able to treat the whole family to the marvels of stage theatre,
Exactly.
of love, of
Exactly.
unity. Now, with obviously the shows happening all this weekend, these 6 shows, there's just going to be not only these amazing shows happening, but so much happening inside the shows. I know that obviously we've talked about people from all over the world as well as from Auckland's local community that are going to be there on stage. But what else is on stage? Because there's not just Indian or contemporary dance, right? There's even more styles of dance.
Yes, you're right, George. So, as I was talking about Music 1 and 7 itself, that itself is incorporation of two different styles. But as you said, not just Indian styles. Out of that, we have so many different styles incorporated in this. We have pole dance, we have belly dance, we do have aerial performances. So I would say this one show could, the people, those who are watching it, will definitely going to have a experience from world around as well, from different styles and different culture, and it's a one show for everything. You don't have to watch multiple shows for. You just have to watch Mira. That's it.
I totally agree. I personally had never ever visited a theater show before in my entire life before Mira last year. And after sitting back and watching that show, I felt like I had just been on a roller coaster of so many
Yes.
different types of dance, types of performing, singing, so much of the creative arts all in one show. It was just mind blowing how much was packed into that show. But Matt, dance isn't it either. Have you seen any of the 3D, 2D, 3D projection mapping on stage?
No, unfortunately, I never got a chance to see it, but I believe as we have, I have already seen the rehearsals going on. Um, I have already seen dance part going on. I have seen the costumes. So I believe the mapping is definitely going to be on top of all this. So
I bet
it's
you've
just like a cherry here.
I bet I saw the mapping obviously last year and it was phenomenal. So if you're saying that the dancing is great and the costumes are great and the makeup and the performance, then this is just going to make the show fantastic and a complete just spectacle to behold.
Yes, I believe too.
And will it just be you there on show night? Obviously, I'm assuming you'll be there on show night, of course.
Oh, of course. Yeah, yeah, of course.
Wouldn't
Yes.
miss it for the world. No traveling planned on top of that one. But will you be
Yeah.
bringing anyone else along to the show?
Um, I would love to bring my family, obviously, and I have asked many of my friends, not just one person, so many people.
Everybody I know to come to the show.
Everybody. I have been talking about Meera, like to all my family and friends, and I'm literally dragging everyone to the show.
Everyone is well. Everyone can't miss out on it because it's literally the only time it's going to be in Auckland. It's just for these 3 days. We've got 31st of May, 1st of June, and 2nd of June. That's when we are going to be there at ASB Waterfront Theatre. Have you seen the theatre before? Have you been there?
Yes, yes, I have seen the theater before. I have been there. So, yes, I know the theater. It's a wonderful venue, as well as the location of the theater itself is very convenient for everyone. It's in the city, it's in the heart of the city, Vineyard Courtyard. It's just a hub.
It
So,
is. It is
definitely,
right on
yeah.
the water. I know that there is
Yes,
parking available as well for anyone who is wondering. There is definitely parking facilities, so you can park up, watch the show, and spend the night without having to worry about anything else and just enjoying in that love of theatre and dance.
yes.
Absolutely. And that'll be happening this year. Now, obviously, you and I both know that there is no better time to get tickets than right now. I think we only have our early bird sale is running for only a couple more days. So if you're wanting to save, I think it's up to like $20 or 25% off tickets. You can save even more family tickets. You can join me, you can join Harsha. She'll be there directing the people on stage and performing them at their very best. Obviously
Yes.
this May and June at ASB Waterfront Theatre. But Harsha, thank you so much. Thank you for your time today, and thank you for telling us about your world of dance and your involvement with MEERA.
Thank you so much. Thank you, George, for this wonderful opportunity. And thank you, Arti, Shagun, Charu, all the other admin team, Darshana, helping me with getting along and, helping me to put as much as possible from my side. So thank you
Well,
for the opportunity, everyone.
on behalf of them, thank you because we could not do this show without you. We couldn't have done Dance 1 and Dance 7 without you, Ashuri, but we couldn't have done the whole show anyway. But if you want more information about MEERA, about Wild Dreamer, you can head to our website. You can go to wilddreamerproductions.com or just Google Wild Dreamer Productions or MEERA, and we'll be up there. But Harsha, thank you once again for your time, and I cannot wait to see you on there at ASB Waterfront Theatre this May and June.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Harsha. And see you later, everybody.